Hello, everybody. Today is another wheel rewrite video. Today we're going to be doing Aaron and Eric as the protagonists. Can it beat the gay of the Rick and Alexandria switch around Atlanta camp? Who knows? Anyway, we've got this one is from carapast.creations and it was left on the Amy and Andrea video. So I apologize that it's so late, but that is what happens with these, unfortunately. And then we've only got 4 left to go. 4 left to go. And we'll be done. And we also have a ultimate rewrite from Whatever Comes to Mind. That will have to be a stream because it's probably too long to do in one form video. And I imagine as well I'd probably have to do the stream in parts because it's a lot. But I'm still waiting on Whatever Comes to Mind to give me dates. I do need dates for that, just so because he insists on being there, you see, so to guide me. So we'll have to wait on that. It'll have to be after I go on holiday, as unfortunately I will be going on holiday come Monday and going to sunny Spain. Maybe I'll crash the filming of Daryl Dixon and destroy it all. No, I'm joking. But so there might be a pause on videos. There's definitely a pause on the wheel rewrites, but I think the next one we might do will be the ultimate rewrite video, perhaps. Anyway, so what I've decided to do here is we've got Aaron and Eric, and I've thrown in Gracie as well as a baby. I'll just say that it's a baby that they came across. It's a baby Eric found, maybe, whilst Aaron was split up from Eric. Of course, Aaron would have met Morgan. I think Aaron probably was in some sort of, because he was part of an NGO and stuff, maybe he's in some sort of FEMA camp, and then he didn't really know what was going on, really, with the walkers. He gets split up from Eric, meets Morgan, Morgan saves him, gives him the rundown of the apocalypse, then they part their way. He heads to the city, saved by Glenn, same sort of deal there, and then eventually we have the person locked on the handcuffed to the roof. Now, I've just gone with standard main characters, and obviously Aaron and Eric and Gracie are added to replace Carl, Laurie, and Rick. And then Rick and his family will be showing up later on when they arrive. Well, Rick's basically just going to take Aaron's role, and Laurie will take Eric's role. So, there we go. So, let's decide who is going to be handcuffed to the roof. We're going to go with Morales. I know it's on Eliza, but that makes no sense. So, we'll go with Morales. Morales, crazy to get back to his family, starts firing at the walkers, and Eric's like, hey, Eric, did I say Eric? Aaron is like, hey, you gotta calm down, man. And so he finds some handcuffs, who knows, maybe he ties him some rope or something, or maybe he just knocks him out, and he just knocks him out. We'll go with that. He knocks him out. No, because he has to be handcuffed, so he loses his hand. Yeah, okay, he handcuffs him. He handcuffs him to the roof, and he is forced to leave him there, obviously, as they escape. So, sorry to Morales. And, interestingly, Miranda is going to be like, you left my husband on a roof, you handcuffed my husband to a roof, and you left him there? Yeah. So, they, of course, go back with Miranda, I guess. She's our Daryl. And will they meet, when they meet Guillermo, will Guillermo be coming with? Yes. So, that means Guillermo comes with. Unfortunately, he doesn't realise until after that his people have all been killed, and I guess they'll find that out on their way to the CDC, perhaps. Yeah, we'll say on the way to the CDC. But before that, of course, we have some more deaths. But let's just do the Morgan and Dwayne roll. We've got the 6, which is 1 is alive. Heads. Oh, we had this last time. Oh wait, no, we didn't have this one last time, did we? 1 is alive, heads Morgan, tails Dwayne, and they join in season 3 after Axel's death, or whoever takes his death. Eastman roll is not done in this case. Okay, so that's 6. That means we have 1 alive. So let's do heads. Heads Morgan, tails Dwayne. Dwayne. Okay, so Morgan was the character who died, and then that means Dwayne will be coming with us in season 3. Dwayne joins in season 3. Cool. So then we got Ed's death. Who is getting Ed's death? Oh no, it's Merle. So Merle was probably shouting some racial abuse or something, and Shane beat his ass up. Maybe when Daryl was out hunting. So unfortunately, a beaten up Merle is in his tent, and then a walker comes in and eats his ass. Now, poor Daryl's probably going to be sad. I feel bad because Merle always gets gets the worst end of the stick, doesn't he? But who knows? It could always be Daryl getting the next one. We'll see. So who's going to be getting Amy's death? R.I.P. Merle. I'm sorry, Merle fans. I'm sorry. That's what happens. Where is Merle? There he is. Oh no, he's not missing. He's dead. Oh no, it's Guillermo. So I guess, yeah, the characters must get back. I guess Guillermo never goes back to the nursing home. Maybe the characters just can't be arsed. But Guillermo, I guess, heads in to get toilet paper. He goes to for a big shit after returning, and then he gets bitten, and all hell breaks loose. And then who gets the gym death? Bitten, and then left by a tree to slowly die. Oh, it's going to be Jackie. It's going to be Jackie. Okay, poor Jackie. Left by a tree to die. Very interesting turn of events so far. I'm liking it. Okay, so we're not going to bother doing the family that leave. I don't like that thing anymore. I know some people like it, but listen, I don't like it, and I can decide what I do. So we've got Dr. Jenna there, who's going to be added. Done. CDC explosion. So how many characters are dying in our CDC explosion? 2. Okay, so that's standard 2 characters. Who will they be? Okay, Amy. We might have to try some shenanigans here, because... And Dr. Jenna. Okay, so... Maybe after seeing... So I guess Amy, in this universe, is the skewer-ridal one, right, out of the sisters, if you catch my drift. And... I mean, maybe it's after the death of... I don't even know. If there was a kid who died, I think I could maybe blag it, but it's all men and Jackie. But maybe, yeah, I don't know, maybe Amy just figures that this would be like an easier death for her. So she decides to say, Andrea tries to talk her out of it, but she's unable to. Andrea's like, well, Andrea tries the Dale trick, and it's like, well, I'm staying too. You don't get to do that. But Amy's like, yeah, that's good. It's better for both of us. And then I think Dale is like, Andrea, come on, she's gone. That's not gonna work. She's gone. And so Dale kind of drags Andrea away, and Amy blows up in the CDC along with Jenna, who is the same type of thing. Obviously, the same deal with Jenna, right? He has the same demise. Rightio. So now we have the chaos roll, which I'm going to be doing the reduced chaos roll. I don't like the big chaos roll. It was fun for a bit, but it's just... so we got 1. Oh, I only meant to roll 1. But we got 1, which is double... Oh, double deaths. No. So that means double deaths. This is going to kill the cast real quick. And seeing as we're getting double deaths, we may as well ask one beautiful person to join our group. Who will it be? I'm not doing any characters that don't have pictures. Although I could have done Mikey before. Oh well, I could have done Mikey before and just gone to the TV show version, but whatever. Lola from Fear. Okay, no, I like that. I think that's pretty good. I like that. Yeah, okay, so I guess Lola was not in Mexico in this version. She was chilling. Oh no, where did it save? Lola. I found it. Okay, so yeah, Lola. We meet Lola on the road. What was Lola doing? I'm not sure, but she's there too. Cool. So who is going to be getting shot? Which character? Obviously Aaron. Aaron is leading the group now. Okay, so This random woman that they've just met gets shot. Lola gets shot. And Aaron, being the caring person he is, decides that he wants to save this. Oh, I fucked up bad. Guys, I'm so sorry. I was wondering why that wheel was so slim. I really badly messed up here and added a bunch of characters in this wheel that shouldn't have been here. Because really, it should have been these 7, yeah. Okay, well, listen. Miranda is getting upgraded. So yeah, Lola gets shot, and he wants to do it. We'll say Otis did it, and who also gets lost in the barn, and later lost, and then later shows up in the barn. Louis. Okay. Interesting. So Louis Morales, which makes sense why Miranda would be out there looking for him, because obviously it's her son. And then later Louis shows up in the barn. Obviously Miranda was unable to do it, so Miranda's kind of taking a Daryl/Carol role here, which is interesting. And then of course Aaron, I think, is the one to put him down. Very sad. So poor Louis is no more. And then we can add our green family members. Oop. Now, who out of our mains is going to be the character who's getting the medical supplies for Lola and ends up shooting our Otis stand-in? So I don't know why Miranda would be so bothered to try and save Lola, but maybe, I don't know, maybe it's like something like there was a school in the area and she knows that, she knows Louis had a map, let's say. So Louis had a map. There's a school in the area, and Miranda always used to say to Louis to find like a safe place, use the map and find a safe place. And because it's so close and it's something that's marked on the map, maybe they have like identical maps. So she's like, this is the same map that Louis had. She thinks there's actually also a chance that Louis could be there too. So to double up, Miranda decides to go with Otis to get the medical supplies, even though Aaron's like, yo, I can go. And Shane's like, let me go. I guess Shane would actually be the leader of the group here, to be fair. I feel like Shane would be naturally more of a leader, and Aaron's our protagonist with Eric and Gracie, but yeah, I could see Shane kind of ruling the roost a bit. I don't think Shane would necessarily want to go on that mission because they're trying to save a stranger, right? And now Shane, Aaron kind of went off to try and save this stranger. And Shane wants to get the group back on course, back to Fort Benning. I guess he decided CDC in this universe was a good idea, but now he wants to get back to Fort Benning. But they just insisted on looking after this woman that they've met, the stupid woman they've met. And then obviously Louis got lost, so we're looking for Louis. And now Miranda's killed Otis. Anyway, who is going to be getting the Dale death? So obviously after they. Oh, wait. Oh, fuck. I just remembered there's double deaths. I'm an idiot, guys. I'm an idiot. So, 2 people will be found in the barn, I should say. So, which 2 people are found in the barn? Well, it can't be Lola because she was shot. So, that makes no sense. Which 2 people were found in the barn? So, in this universe, T-Dog went after Louis, and he also went missing. So, the group were actually looking for Louis and T-Dog, and then later they found both of them in the barn, because it turns out Otis found both of them and put them in the barn. Now, the shot person, we don't need to do double for that, and I'm not going to do double for Otis's death, just because I feel like Otis is kind of is already set in stone. But which 2 characters are getting the Dale death? So, Andrea is getting the Dale death. And, well, it can't be Aaron. He's got immunity, as does Gracie, as does Eric. At least until season 3 with Eric, anyway. Oh, no, I feel like the request was for both Aaron and Eric, so I probably should keep both of them alive. We got Glenn. I probably should just double check and read the super chat or super thanks. So Andrea and Glenn have both died. So yeah, so Andrea and Glenn were both the people who were preaching for Randall to be spared. And, well, not necessarily, I guess, but essentially, I'm going to say that Andrea got jumped by a walker. Glenn came in to try and save her. He pulled the walker off her, only then to get bit himself. So, yeah. Oh, wait, the full request was as followed. Here we go. Roll. I'd love to see Aaron and Eric as roll to see who's the main character and who's their partner. We don't. We can have both of them. If you want to add a twist, they get separated at some point early on. The farm, the full prison. Roll to see who the partner ends up with. Saves versus. They can go alone. Other characters. Well, we've not done the twist. We've not done the twist. I should have read the. I should have read the chat first. Oopsie. Whoever's the main character adopts Gracie. Yeah, we've kind of fast tracked Gracie. Oopsie. Spend most of the time trying to find each other. They end up in opposite sides of conflict, trying to work out both for us. Love for each other. I love them and miss them. We're coping with their limited screen time, I guess. Love these videos and your content. Well, I forgot to honour that. I'm so sorry. I should have read that first. Andrew and Glenn died. But you know what? What we can say here is we'll say that Eric gets separated and saved by Michonne. That could be interesting. We could do that instead, just to kind of keep that what the comment originally wanted. So yeah, both Andrew and Glenn die. They're both killed by Walker. Very, very sad. So hang on, I need to sort this out. So Otis, you're dead. We've got Andrea, you're dead. Glenn is dead. T-Dog is dead. Oh no. Guys, this is brutal. This is brutal. Okay. Who kills Randall and therefore is killed by another group member? Oh no. This has wiped out the cast. Dale. Okay, I'm gonna rechange the. No, actually, fuck it. Dale is evil. Dale was not pleading for Randall's life in this universe. Dale is not the liberal guy he is in the main Walking Dead. He's like, yeah, kill that little shit, snap his neck, and maybe Shane's the opposite. Shane actually was pleading for the group to save Randall, along with Andrew and Glenn, and maybe Aaron and Eric were staying somewhat impartial about the whole thing. Yeah, so Dale kills Randall. Dale kills Randall. Very, very funny. Very funny turn of events. And then as a plus, after discovering this, Aaron kills Dale. That's right, guys. Aaron kills Dale. And then on top of that, we're gonna have to have another death. But I don't like it being another main, just because we only have freaking these guys. So I'm going to roll for one of these. Oh, no, it's Jim. So Jim is also... He was on Dale's side, which actually makes sense because Dale and Jim were friends. So Aaron kills Dale and Jim. And then obviously that brings the herd to the farm. This is brutal. So how many people are going to die in the herd farm attack? 2. Okay, so that's standard. 2 deaths. Who are they going to be? So which 2 people die in the fall of the farm? So the first person can get Jimmy's death. They get the RV. I guess Gracie's a little bit older in this universe. So maybe, Gracie puts down... Maybe Gracie puts down Dale. Maybe not Jim. Maybe Jim's dead. But yeah, Dale reanimates and Gracie puts down Dale. That could be kind of interesting. So herd attack. Carol is going to be dying. So I guess, yeah, she can get the heroic Jimmy death. Why not? Carol dies and... Daryl dies. He gets the Patricia death. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Well, let's invert it. So yeah, Carol. It's just so funny those two going at the same time. So yeah, we'll say Carol gets the heroic Jimmy death, and then Daryl. I don't know. Yeah, fuck it. Daryl's like just running away like a scared wuss and just gets grabbed by the walkers. Fuck it, why not? Who cares? That's kind of funny actually. A little wussy Daryl in this universe. Why not? Why not have it? Okay. So, very interesting thing. We've got double deaths, which means, guys, 2 more. Who is gonna get? Okay, so Patricia can just kind of get randomly devoured. Why not? Patricia is randomly devoured. And we lose Beth. Oh no! Poor Herschel. So yeah, Patricia and Beth as well are gone. Just to really ram home how brutal this version of the show is going to be, I guess. Jesus. Why is Patricia there? So Patricia and Bethany. That is brutal. Brutal finale, guys. Brutal finale. And then Eric gets separated. Aaron and Gracie are left. And Michonne then saves poor Eric. So I think we can add Maggie to this main character list. And we can add Herschel. Why not? I feel like those two probably deserve it. We do still have Ed, Sophia as well. We've got Eliza as well. Obviously the last kid alive. That means Eric ends up going to Woodbury. And then we get the, oh, how's about a big hug for your old pal Morales? Gingy, because he says Blondie, you get it? Gingy, I don't know. And so Eric will be on opposite sides of the conflict. And we got Anna joining our group, I guess we met Anna on the road. We met Anna on the road, and she's joined our group. Very nice. Then we found the prison. Which makes sense. I mean, they survived the winter that whole time, and they don't come across any other survivors. I always found that a bit weird, but whatever. So yeah, Anna joins the group. Obviously, she's from Alexandria as well. So who is going to get bitten on the leg? Lose a leg. Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. That is brutal. Oh my god. One-legged Gracie. Oh no. Yeah, so Eric, of course, chilling with Michonne the whole winter. They end up coming to Woodbury, and fuck it, why not? Eric gets wooed by the governor. And Eric and Philip start bumping uglies, as Abraham would say. Okay, they start pouring the biscuit. Oh. Poor Aaron is going to be devastated. Because maybe Eric just believed that Aaron's probably dead. They maybe him and Michonne looped back to the farm multiple times, found no one there, found obviously the bodies of Daryl and Carol and a bunch of other devoured bodies, and he just kind of assumed that, yeah, Aaron probably didn't make it. Okay, or even if he did, there's no chance they're ever meeting each other again. He's been on the winter, surviving on his own this whole time, and he figures, fuck it. I'm gonna get a bit of Blake action. So we're gonna ignore this. We'll just do Big Tiny's death as Big Tiny, and then we'll do Thomas as different. So where are you, Big Tiny? You unfortunately have not made it. Okay, so who is gonna be killing Thomas? And this is the point where we add Aaron to the list. I say add Aaron to the list twice. It's going to Shane. Okay, so Shane is still the leader. Aaron is his second in command probably, and Shane is the one to be shit happens and kills Thomas. I like this. I like the kind of Shane dynamic we got here. And then who is the lorry death? So obviously Andrew comes back, starts causing some ruckus. Who gets the lorry death? Oh, it's Herschel, man. Herschel. So, I don't know. We'll say that Herschel kind of gets a heart attack. He's in the boiler room. He's having heart problems. He's old. He's an old drinker as well. So, yeah, he starts having heart problems, and then he kind of collapses in the boiler room. Big sad. And he unfortunately dies. And we'll say that Maggie is the one to put him down. And we'll add Oscar and Axel there. And then who is going to be getting the T-Dog death? The dog death. The big dog. Who's going to get it? Oh, that's brutal. Bro, that's brutal. Before she can reunite with one-handed Morales. Oh, no. Eliza goes down. Probably saving, I don't know. Maybe saving Sophia. That could be kind of nice. Sophia and Sophia is like scared. Maybe Anna is scared as well. Like, Anna's like a not a very capable survivor, and Eliza like distracts the walkers, and she's like, "Go, go, I got it," and then she ends up getting devoured. That's brutal. Poor Miranda's gonna be absolutely distraught, and then she's gonna have to reunite with her husband in Woodbury, perhaps. Anyway, who's gonna be killing Andrew? This has got to be a minor character, but who's gonna do it? Who's stepping up to kill Andrew? It's Anna, which I like. I like that. Anna stepping up and kills Andrew. Oh, that's kind of fun. You know, after what happened with poor little Eliza. This is, of course, not applicable. Will we do the crazy Woodbury roll? Why not? Who's got... Gargiulio! I think I spelled this wrong. Gargiulio, right? Oh, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Right, Gargiulio. Listen, if I've spelled Gargiulio's name wrong, I swear it's spelled wrong here. This doesn't look right, but I'll put this in. Whatever. Oh, Gargiulio. Okay, so Gargiulio has joined the group. Now, I feel like it would be too wrong not to have the kidnapped people be Miranda and Aaron, okay? I feel like, you know, I know they're not together, they're not a couple, but I just think that creates too much drama. So one-handed... No, actually, because Morales is there. So it's got to be Aaron and... Aaron and who? Okay, yeah, fuck it. Aaron and Shane, I like that. So Aaron and Shane, they're out on the run. You know, after things have calmed down, they go on a run to look for supplies. Obviously being the two toughest people. And this whole time, of course, Morales has been hunting down Michonne because Eric wants to stay back at Woodbury for... to be the governess. To get that bit of Blake action. So Michonne dips. Morales comes after her. Gargiulio then saves... Gargiulio is not it's not friendly with Morales. Maybe Morales is worse to Gargiulio than Murrell was. And so Gargiulio decides to help Michonne. Michonne keeps him around. And then, of course, they end up going back to the prison after witnessing both Aaron and Shane being kidnapped by Morales. I guess he probably knocks Shane out, I imagine. And then with Aaron, he kind of just overcomes him, you know, and kidnaps both of them. So then, of course, a team has to go in to rescue them. This is where I guess another character kind of takes... maybe Miranda. Miranda takes center stage. She's like, well, I'm in charge now. Now those two are gone. So Miranda's like, listen, we're going to fucking rescue those people with Michonne and with Gargiulio. We're going to go in there and rescue. And who gets the Oscar death? No! Gargiulio. Okay, poor Gargiulio. He decides to help. I mean, I accidentally put him here anyway, so that's kind of funny. Foreshadowing, am I right? Yeah, poor Gargiulio is shot and killed. I think then Miranda is then kidnapped, you know, captured by the governor, and that's when we have the Morales-Miranda fight. I also don't think Aaron and Shane, when they're being interrogated, would probably reveal the prison necessarily. Or maybe Aaron would. Maybe Aaron would break. Yeah, maybe Aaron breaks. Maybe, actually, wait. Maybe Morales shows that Eric's in Woodbury. He, like, proves it. I mean, it takes, like, a Polaroid or something. It's like, yeah, your little boyfriend's here. And he's shacking up with the big bad governor. Maybe the governor comes in. He's like, I've been banging your boyfriend. I've been banging your boyfriend. He's mine now. And, and then... And yeah, and then he's like, well, I'll kill him. He's just a piece of ass to me. I'll kill him. And so Aaron's like, no, don't. And that's why Aaron gives it up. I could see that happening. Yeah. 100. So that means that Morales then, of course, joins the group after he's forced to fight his own wife. He ends up leaving. He's like, fuck it, I'm leaving with you guys. Shane's probably not too happy about it, but Aaron's like, you know, we'll need him to get Eric back, please. And Shane's like, fucking hell, fine, Aaron. I guess we're brothers now. And then eventually the governor then attacks. And who does he kill? Wait, I actually have to remove Herschel and Maggie because I added them. to the main characters. And Herschel's already dead anyway. He had his heart attack, and Maggie had to put him down. Anyway, who is getting the Axel death? Okay, so Milton also escaped with them too. I'm going to say that Morales like took Milton hostage during the fight, perhaps, and then they ended up running, and they just sort of kept Milton around. But Milton was like, I guess the governor is kind of bad, etc. Like learning, maybe Morales like discloses some of the terrible things that the governor does. So Milton's like, fuck it, I guess I'll stay with this side for now. And then the governor just shoots him in the head during the attack on the prison, and so that means Milton is no more. Where are you, Milty? See you later, Milty. Do they pick up the hitchhiker on their way to go pick up Dwayne? Because, of course, Dwayne will be joining. No. So, no hitchhiker, sadly. Where are you, hitchhiker? Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. You're dead. And that means Dwayne gets to join. I'm just going to make Dwayne automatically a main character just because he's there. Find out that Morgan's dead, and Aaron's like, yo, come back. Come back, man. We're trying to... He's like, what about Eric? Did you find Eric? He's like, yeah, I found Eric. Eric had a random baby that he saved as well. I guess my daughter now. But we're trying to get Eric back. But I'm going to say that Eric is kind of liking his life with the governor, okay? he's enjoying it. He's enjoying his life with the gov. He's liking shacking up with the gov. And he has no intentions of leaving. Ever. Like Andrea eventually did. So who gets the Merle death? Can't be Gracie. We're giving Gracie one-legged Gracie immunity. That is brutal though, like a little toddler. I guess she would be like, maybe, I don't know. Maybe she is the baby. No, she'd probably be like 8. 6 or 7. Now, we'll say she's like 3. Yeah, Gracie's 3 years old and she's got one leg already. Got bitten by a walker when they were clearing the prison. Oh, no. He's just come back. He's just come back, and that's it for Dwayne. He decides to help out. He's like, let me help out, guys. My dad taught me a few things about rifles. And we're like, oh, you sure, Dwayne? Are you sure? So he goes off. He goes off to try and prove himself, I guess, to the group. Honor his dad or whatever. The governor's like, who the fuck is this kid? Starts shooting his man, and then the governor bites Dwayne's fingers off and shoots him in the heart, I guess. I don't even know. Who knows? But that's the end of Dwayne. He came back for nothing. Anyway, D6 finale. How many characters are we... Not D6. D4 finale. How many characters are we losing? We're losing 2, which is standard. So who's going to be getting the Andrea death, and who's going to be getting the Milton death? That's basically what we're doing here. So Milton death, Andrea death. Let's see what we got. Ed, he's not really done much very often. He's not really done much, but there you go. Okay, so he's getting the Milton death. And not Aaron. Ed is... I guess Ed is captured. And stabbed. Left to turn to bite. Who? Oh, it can't be Aaron. Stop giving me Aaron. Can't be Gracie. No, Shane. No. Okay, fuck it. Why not? I think this is perfect for like, Aaron stepping up as the leader of the group. We probably do need to lose Shane. So I feel like Shane kind of goes on a mission to like finally take out the governor. He's like, okay, we're just going to fucking sneak in there and kill him like we did last time. And he brings Ed. He's like, Ed, you've been fucking useless this whole time. Come on, you're joining me. And Ed's like, no, but he's like, yes. So Ed ends up joining. And they infiltrate the governor's thing. And maybe Aaron comes too, but he's more looking for Eric. But Eric then allows Aaron to like flee. He's like, I don't want to be with you, but I don't want you to die, so fucking leave. Go on, leave. So he ends up leaving heartbroken because Eric has chosen the governor. But Shane and Ed, on the other hand, they're unfortunately captured, and there's nothing Aaron can do, so he's forced to leave, which basically means that Ed gets stabbed repeatedly and then left to turn and eat Shane. And the governor could be like, you said this man was useless. Well, let's see. Let's see if he's the one to take you out. And then, of course, the Battle of the Prison happens. We're able to overwhelm the governor, just like we do in the show. But then, unfortunately, they come to Woodbury to find that, sadly, they're dead. And I guess Aaron probably did crash out with Tyrese and Sasha's group, but not because of, like, a dead spouse, but because his boyfriend was shagging someone else. And that's why he's like, I can't help you, get out. Yeah, so there we go. That is brutal. Now, I feel like I'm going to give Jimmy main character status. And I'm going to say, fuck it, Maggie and Jimmy are a couple. I know there's a bit of an age gap there, but let's just say that Jimmy's 18, Maggie's whatever, 20, whatever. So it's it's legal at least, okay? Moral, maybe not. But legal, yes. Anyway, Chaos Roll. Let's go. What we got? Did I remove Jimmy as well? Yeah, I did. 6. So 6 is a major character sacrifice themselves at the end of the season. Oh, for God's sake. Sacrifice. Okay. I think we're gonna go with this is the person to save everyone at Terminus. So this will kind of be season 4/season 5. Anyway. Let's add all these guys as our main characters. That's done. So yeah, in this universe, at the end of the prison thing, instead of the governor going off with I'm just gonna say Martinez. Fuck it. Martinez died off screen. Instead, the governor heads off with Eric, Governor, and Schumpert. They head off. Hamburg unfortunately dies in the finale as well. Yeah, these guys. And then, of course, Schumpert will die off screen. But that means that the governor and Eric, they end up meeting Lily and all that. And Eric's like, the governor's like, I'm going to find you a new baby. Don't worry. Don't worry, Eric. I'll find you a new baby. I'm going to say the governor then just kills Lily. And it's like, Megan is our child now. Why not? Why not? Why not? Lily is already dead. I don't care. That's what we've decided. I can do what I like. I can do what I like. Anyway, who's going to get the Zack death? Oh, no. Poor Lola. Lola is unfortunately no more. R.I.P. Lola. She goes on the supply mission. Bitten on the leg, and then a helicopter falls on her. Very unfortunate death. And then who gets sick with the prison flu and becomes the first victim of it to cough and their guts out and die? Oh, no. We're losing all the goats. Oscar. So unfortunately that is it for Oscar. And then who then gets the Karen death? So this particular person gets sick with the prison flu. And unfortunately... Oh no! Is killed. Sophia. Oh, jeez. So Sophia is the character who gets sick. And then who puts Sophia down? Oh, no. Oh, this is brutal. Morales? I can see it. One-handed Morales puts down Sophia. So Aaron, of course, exiles him. Yo, mate, you're kicked out. He's kicked out for killing Sophia. He's like, well, I don't want you there. You killed little girl. What the fuck's wrong with you, man? It's like, yeah, obviously, Morales was trying to keep the group safe and all that. So, very unfortunate. And then the governor and Eric come back. Now, I feel like Eric didn't know that the governor was doing this. So the governor kind of sneaks off, not telling Eric. Maybe he sends Eric on like a supply mission with some of, the I guess we'll call this Schumpert's camp. Yeah, we'll say that the governor, Schumpert actually was the leader of this camp, and the governor killed Schumpert to take over in this universe. Martinez died in the prison finale. So this was actually Schumpert's camp. And then he sort of sent Eric off on a supply mission with some of the camp members to secretly then, take over the prison. Because obviously Eric has chosen Philip, but at the same time he doesn't want Philip to kill Aaron. And so the governor's plan is to kind of go there, take the prison, and then just try and tell Eric that they were just scouting there and happened to find that everyone was already dead. So yeah, we'll go with that. So the governor's like got this elaborate lie. Anyway, who gets the Herschel death? And of course Eric will then find out. Someone will let it slip in the camp. That can't be it. And he finds out, and I guess he'll kill the governor. Who knows? Yeah, well, fuck it. We'll say that. God, it can't be any of these characters. Why is it doing this to me? Come on. Okay, I'm going with the closest one. It's Morales. No, he's been kicked out. Actually, that can still work, though. That can still work. So I said that Morales was found by the governor, obviously, because he was He's probably, like, scouting out the prison still. He's, like, just keeping an eye on it. Yes, he's been exiled, but he's not actually left, because, of course, he hasn't. His wife's there. And, he does care for this group now. Even though he killed the little girl. But maybe he cares for Gracie as well. Maybe, like, it's like it takes a village to raise a kid type thing. Where, like, everyone's kind of helping to raise Gracie. And maybe, like, to some degree, that's kind of replaced the death of his children as looking after little Gracie. And maybe he's trying to repair things with Miranda, so he doesn't want to leave necessarily. And then, of course, that would be, like, Miranda being pissed off. They find that Morales is... Yeah, we could say Michonne as well. Like, Michonne found Morales lurking about, and then both Morales and Michonne were kidnapped by the governor, and he then executes Morales in front of everyone. Big sad. Everyone's, no, shoot, bang, bang, bang. And then, of course, it will be Tara, don't worry. So Tara will be joining the group, because I killed Lily off. Tara will join the group. But then, of course, Eric will be the one to put the governor down. Well, actually, we can say who stabs the governor first. So who stabs the governor? Like, who mortally wounds the governor? And we'll say Eric is, like, the finishing shot. Oh, Gracie. Okay, that's kind of cool. So Gracie stabs the gov in the chest, saving her dad. And then Eric... comes to the battle, finds the gov injured, and puts him down. So that's how it's gonna go. That's how it's gonna be. Very good. The Lily death. Oh, fuck it. Why not? Why not have just an extra death? Mika just gets devoured whilst escaping the prison. Very sad for poor little Mika. Sorry, Mika. Okay. Wait, Patrick is still alive, right? Yeah, okay. So Patrick escapes, along with Zach. Very, very random group of characters, I can't lie. Anyway, so who then gets kidnapped by the hospital people? And this will elevate said character to main character status. Bob Stuckey? Do you know what? I feel like Bob does get like a bad rap in these rewrites as well, like Merle. So we'll give Bob the kidnap thing, and of course Sasha will be looking for him. We'll say that him and Sasha are more, at this point, an established couple. Then Team Cure join, and then who gets the Mika death? So who's stabbed by Lizzie multiple times, and so Lizzie can prove that walkers are people and all that. It's going to be Rosita. So yeah, I guess the Cure team were the one that found Lizzie, maybe along with another character. This particular character, because this character is going to be the person to put Lizzie down. Okay, it's Aaron. So yeah, we'll say Aaron and Gracie and Lizzie. So Aaron escapes with Lizzie and Gracie, and then that actually works quite well. And then they find Abraham and Co. They stay in the grove for a little bit. And then Lizzie kills Rosita. And then Abraham's like, what do we do? And Aaron's like, well, this kid's kind of, there's nothing we can do. We can't medicate this kid, sadly. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to put her down. I'll do it. And so Aaron is the one to put down Lizzie. Abraham is distraught, obviously. A, the death of a child. But B, he's now lost his woman, Rosita. So he's not feeling too hot about this whole deal. And, yeah, he's probably very pissed off. But who's the character who then kills Joe? Now, it can't really be Aaron, because Aaron's kind of essentially taking like 2 plots there. Oh, and of course it's going to land on bloody Aaron, isn't it? We'll go with Maggie, because Maggie's closest. Yeah, so we'll say that Maggie obviously attacks her, like, she's attacked. Maybe her, Jimmy, and Zach. Maybe that could be a crew. Maybe Anna's there too, and they attack all of them. And then Maggie is the one to rip Joe's throat out, which, do you know what? I could see Maggie doing. Then, of course, we have a random character that they can meet in the train car. Yeah, why not? Who will it be? Marianne Williams. Marianne Williams from the comic. Now, she doesn't actually have a TV show counterpart, so we'll just imagine that she's in live action. All right. Imagine that Marianne's in live action, okay? Marianne Williams. There we are. So we'll just add her there. Marianne. She's actually from Woodbury. Now, you might be wondering, where has Eric been this whole time? Well, it turns out that after the fall of the prison, Eric met a nice man called Gareth. And he decided to be a cannibal. I could do that. Or should we just have Eric be like a part of every group? I don't know. Every villain group? That could be kind of funny. Okay, actually, tell you what. We'll do a roll. I've actually got a better idea to do this, okay? So which groups have we got? Let's just a second. So we've got Terminus, right? So we've got 1 Terminus. Then after that we have, I'm not going to count the fucking Grady cops. The next villains are the Wolves, I guess. Then who do we have? We have Saviors, right? Then we have Whisperers. Then we have Commonwealth. And then we can do 6 as... Well, I guess we've got Reapers as well. We'll do 6 as Reapers. Reapers. Okay. So, give me a roll. 2. So that's Wolves. So, Eric joins the Wolves. Yeah, fuck it, why not? So, Eric ends up joining the Wolves. Actually, that could work. Instead of Owen... Owen can be killed, and Eric can be one of the ones that they're trying to reform. I like that, actually. So, yeah. So, from this point forward, we don't have any Eric left. But I guess we see that he joins the Wolves at the end of season. Like, maybe instead of the Morgan tease for our season 5, we see Eric finding these weird group of people and, like, slowly joining them. That can be the tease for season 5. Anyway, so Marianne has joined. So who saves them from Terminus? Instead of this is going to be who saves them from Terminus via sacrificing themselves. So this particular person will be sacrificing themselves for the big death of the season. No, it's not Eric. Oh, okay. Yeah, why not? So Michonne ends up not getting captured by Terminus, and she ends up sacrificing herself, she blows up Terminus, but doesn't make it out, or say she's bitten whilst she's or she's shot really badly whilst breaching Terminus, and so unfortunately she is the first sacrifice of the series. Michonne has sacrificed herself to free everyone, and they're obviously very thankful. Thank you, Michonne, thank you. So Gabriel's been joined. Now we can probably give Sasha and Tyrese main character. Actually, I don't know. Maybe not Tyrese, but Sasha, yes, because of the Bob connection. And then I'm feeling like I want to see I'm feeling like I want to see Abraham. Sure, we'll add Abraham. I know I'm adding quite a lot here, but I want to see Axel. I do want to see a bit of Axel because he's here at least. So why not see him? Why not see him in action? Okay, so that's done. Who's going to be getting the Bob Stuckey death? Bitten, tainted meat. You're eating tainted meat. Who's getting it? Tara. Oh, which is actually kind of funny. So Tara gets bitten after the battle of the prison, and then she's the tainted meat. She's like, I'm not even with these people really, and you're eating tainted meat. Very, very funny. So yeah, there we are. Tara gets the tainted meat, then dumped, and then eventually they end up killing Gareth. And who will be the one to take out Gareth? Axel. He's like, I made you a promise. You feel me? And then he's the one to take out Gareth. Maybe Aaron's too busy, like, I don't know, pining over Eric. Then we can add Noah. Didn't even know. Or maybe Eric was the one who went after the car. Because he knows that the hospital people kidnapped Bob. Maybe he's with Sasha because Sasha's like planning to leave or something. And so him and Sasha are the one who go after. They go after. They could go after the car to obviously try and get Bob back. And then of course Noah joins the group, at least to help save Bob. And then who's going to be getting the Bob death? So this person stabs Dawn after she demands Noah back. Oh no, Miranda. I don't know, I could see her standing up, after everything she's lost. Damn, that's brutal though. Losing Miranda like that. I don't love it. But there you go. Miranda stabs Dawn. Dawn then shoots Miranda in the head. After Miranda seeing that she's demanding like a child, this kid back, not feeling like it doesn't sit right with her. So she tries to take her out. And then Sasha shoots and kills Dawn. Damn. So R.I.P. Dawn. And then who gets the Tyrese's death? Who gets Tyrese's death? Bitten on the arm obviously in Noah's community. Oh no. Jimmy! No! Jimmy's bitten on the arm. Poor Maggie's going to be distraught over that. She's lost everything now. Her father had a heart attack. Her sister devoured at the farm. And now her boyfriend, who was her sister's boyfriend originally, has been bitten. They chop his arm off, but there's nothing they can do. And he dies. Very sad. Now, picture our characters on the road. We have Aaron holding Gracie. Okay. Yeah, we have Aaron holding Gracie. We have Maggie. Distraught Maggie. We've got Anna sticking around. We've got Axel. Patrick. Karen and Tyrese. Sasha and Bob. Two happy couples. Zach just kind of chilling. Maybe he's now like, yo, Maggie. You need a new boyfriend? We got Abraham and Eugene. Obviously, the whole cure thing, that would have happened. We got Marianne, and Gabriel and Noah. Very random group of characters. And then, of course, we meet Rick. Rick Grimes. It's like, yo, I'm Rick Grimes. Why don't you join my community? So Rick Grimes, Laurie, Carl, and Judith will all be joining. But Rick is the one to make contact, be like, hello, I'm Officer Friendly. Trying to offer them a place in Alexandria. And they do. They all obviously all arrive. But who gets the Aiden death? So they shoot at a grenade, blow themselves up. Oh no, not Carl. Jessie. Okay, so Jessie's trying to prove herself, I guess. Jessie's just a nobody in this universe. And she ends up shooting a grenade, blowing herself up. Very random indeed. And then who gets the Noah death? So which of our characters, unfortunately, gets notified. Eaten. After Nicholas and... Yeah, we can say Nicholas. Nicholas and Aiden escape. Oh, no, and Karen. Karen gets the Noah death. So, yeah, we'll say Nicholas and Aiden, they're the ones who escape. They kind of push the doors open after Jessie. Maybe Jessie was also on her initiation trial because she was like, I can't just be cutting hair in the community. I've got to step up and do some more. And they could be with some of our characters. Maybe with Aaron himself. Aaron's also heading out on this supply mission. Maybe with Tyrese and Karen. Tyrese maybe gets injured. Or maybe Sasha gets injured, actually. Sasha comes. So Tyrese is helping to get Sasha out of the back. And Karen and... So they leave the back way. And then obviously like Eugene does with Tara. And then Karen and Aaron with Aiden and Nicholas get into the revolving doors. They, of course, push them open. And Karen gets pulled through and devoured. Very sad for Karen. And then Tyrese is going to be so sad. So pissed. And then who gets the Reg death? So obviously, who's really going to... I feel like Reg would just be crashing out because of the death of Jessie. So I think that works quite well. Instead of someone banging Jessie or being separated from her, I think what probably happens instead is that because of the death of Jessie, he kind of blames this group of characters and wants them all kicked out. And obviously, maybe some fights also break out with Aaron and some of the other group members, fighting some of the Alexandrians. And then who will be getting the Reg death? Obviously, stopping Pete when he comes in to try and... oh no, his own son. His own son. So Ron is trying to be like, Dad, calm the fuck down. Calm down, Dad. He's like, get out of my way, kid. And he slashes Ron's throat open. Oh my god, that's brutal. Fuck me. And then who is the character who puts down Pete? Maggie. Very different. Don't know why. Aaron's like, Maggie, kill him. Bang. Yeah. Okay, why not? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'll stick with that. We'll stick with that. So we got... Oh, Reg, you're dead, sorry. Oh, no, he's not dead. What am I on about? Ron got your death. So the Monroe kids are all still alive. The Grimeses are all still alive. The Andersons are just Sam. Just little Sam. We got Enid still going. I guess Carl and Enid probably would be a couple already. You got Nicholas and Aiden, both still alive after what they did. Olivia and Tobin are there too. And Eastman, unfortunately, you died like there, probably. Okay, so Chaos Roll. Shall we do it? We can do it. Why not? Oh no, so any injuries result in deaths. Oh no. Any boo-boos? Boo-boos are bye-byes. Okay, so this is actually not applicable anymore because there is no Dwayne showing up at the end. And we're not having any Eastman. We'll add both Denise and Heath there to our Alexandrians. And we're going to do the Nicholas death as an Alexandrian. And then I think we'll add the Alexandrians to this list. I mean, to the main list. Okay. So I think to make it work with Deanna, I think what probably happens is when they're going to test, drawing the herd away from the quarry, Deanna heads there too to kind of get a rundown of the mission. And then... they end up getting cornered. We could say with Maggie, why not? Cornered with Maggie, and then Deanna shoots herself in the head. Poor Maggie then goes... So Maggie can be the dumpster fake-out death. And Deanna is the character who, unfortunately, doesn't make it out. And ends up doing the bang-bang on themselves. Very sad. And then I think, we'll add all these guys now to this one. And then we can do the Deanna death. So Deanna has just died. But who's going to be getting Deanna's death? So after the wolves attack... Oh yeah, that's another thing. I should talk about that in a second. Oh, it's Marianne. Damn. Poor Marianne. Marianne bitten. Well, shit. And then ends up, going out like a champ. Taking out a bunch of walkers. So what I think happens here is... we can go with Aaron. Aaron hasn't really he's kind of allowed Maggie to direct this. He's came up with a plan, but he's decided to stay home and keep everyone safe, keep Alexandria safe, and maybe he's also worried because there's still people like Aiden and Aiden and Nicholas who are still kicking about, and they could cause problems, and that's when the wolves attack. Now I think Owen will just say dies anyway, but Eric is one of the wolves, and Aaron ties him up and is trying to like reform him, which he will. We'll say he will. He's like found his boyfriend once more. He's now a part of these weird savage group of people. He's got a W on his head. We should add that. We should add that. W on his head. W scar forehead. Yeah, why not? So he's got a W scar on his forehead, and he's trying to reform his former boyfriend. He's like, you can come back from this kind of thing. But Eric is not having any of it. Anyway, who gets the Sam death? Reg. Okay, well, I think I know how this is going to go. I think Reg probably panics. No, actually, I think this is just got to go to the Monroes. So Spencer probably panics. So he gets, we'll give this to the Monroes. So we'll say Spencer panics. That's not Spencer. Spencer panics. He gets bitten, killed by the walkers. And then, of course, Reg would be like, no, screaming because his son's dead. So then he gets killed too. And then, what is Spencer? I should delete them from here. And then Aiden would be the you. And then who kills Aiden? And then... Okay, it could be Eric. Yeah, okay, why not? Eric. Yeah, why not? And then who gets shot in the eye? Okay. Because this injury is going to result in a death. Although it would be kind of cool for it to go to Gracie. I can't have it go to Gracie because that will mean that she technically dies. I don't want it to go to Aaron. It can't go to Aaron. I mean, these are also cool options as well, which is annoying. Okay, it's Maggie. Ugh, fuck it. Whatever, Maggie is dead. So Maggie is shot in the eye and dies. So R.I.P. Maggie. I'm so sorry. Maggie is dead. The last of the Greens gone. Wow. Okay. This is... actually, we should do this for Eric. So does Eric reform? Heads, yes. Tails, no. No. Which means Eric then leaves again. So I feel like Eric then manages to escape. And he heads off. And I guess, fuck it. He joins the Saviors. They find him. And he joins the Saviors now. Why not? Why not? Okay. So... we'll add Jesus and Carson. This whole series is these two former lovers doing fucking, dicking around as going back and forth on things. And who are gonna get the Denise death? So who's shot in the eye with a crossbow? The baby Judith, everyone. I guess she'd be a toddler Judith. Dwight ends up shooting Judith in the back of the head with a crossbow. Now that is brutal. Which two characters go to the kingdom? Now listen, I'm going to give it to two characters who aren't even on here yet. We'll give it to Tyrese. And Tyrese's new partner, who can be... who's he got here? Oh yeah, Anna. Remember Anna? Yeah, okay, so Tyrese and Anna, they head off to the kingdom. Tyrese and Anna are new main characters. Don't at me. Okay, that's what's happening. Tyrese and Anna. Cool. And that means that they are spared from the Abraham death. So who's going to be getting the Abraham death? Oh no! Axel. So the governor, I don't really know what Axel's really done, but Axel's been, chilling with the group for a while. And Axel gets the Abraham death. Thinking of it, do we have any other characters from the Atlanta camp? I don't think we do. I guess Aaron and Eric are the last survivors of the Atlanta camp. Yeah, shit. It's kind of crazy, actually. But anyway, Axel is the Abraham death, and then who is picked as the Glenn death? Can't be Tyrese, and it can't be Anna, as we said. Well, actually, fuck it. There is no Dwight. Dwight was killed off in the satellite outpost, okay? You ready? Because our new Dwight is Eric. Yes, that's right. Eric was the one who shot Judith, aiming for, I don't know, maybe he was aiming for, like, Abraham. He thought that Aaron and Abraham were getting close. And so, yeah, Eric is the one who shoots, I don't know, not Daryl, but shoots fucking Zach. Shoots Zach in the thing. And, oh no, Bob. Yeah, shoots... That works out. Maybe because Sasha could be pregnant. Yeah. Okay, so Eric is like our Dwight, okay? He reformed as the wolf, but then he left. Or he was starting to reform because he killed Aiden, right? Well, he was helping. Maybe he just likes murder, though. And then he escaped. He then ran. He ditched the group. He ditched Alexandria. Joined the Saviors. Then was cool with the Saviors' ways. Ended up then killing... what's her name? Judith, not knowing that this was Alexandria and being like, oh shit, you're Alexandria. And then that caused the ruckus, of course. Then he's at the lineup where Negan kills both Axel and Bob Stuckey. Poor Sasha is distraught, so that means that we're not going to do this extra character, by the way. Yeah, that means that Sasha heads to the hilltop, probably along with... Oh, you're dead, Aiden. Probably along with... I'm trying to think who Sasha would go with. Because Aaron, these two are at the Kingdom, right? So... Maybe Gabriel, I don't know. Yeah, maybe Gabriel's like a spiritual guide. So yeah, they head off to the Kingdom. Not the Kingdom, the hilltop. So I think I'll give Gabriel main character status now as well. What's Gabriel? Yeah. Okay, and then who goes to the ocean side? I think we'll pick from a minor character here. Oh, Rick. Okay, cool. Rick goes to the ocean side. That means that we can make Rick a main character. In terms of the person, I'm just not going to bother with the person who's tortured. We'll skip that for now. Well, actually, because we need that Fat Joey death. So, who can be getting kidnapped and tortured? I guess. Who we got? Oh, I guess Abraham. Yeah, I guess Abraham probably works. That sounds about right, doesn't it? So Abraham's getting kidnapped and tortured. Rick's going off to the ocean side. And who is Rick bringing with him to the ocean side? Because that character is going to get the Heath exit, which is just going to be a death. Oh, and it's Heath. Look at that. Heath dies. That means Heath is just going to kind of die off screen. R.I.P. Heath. Where are you, Heath? I don't know if you guys... Have you guys seen the theory that Heath is a... I think some YouTubers did it. Heath is a CRM spy. At first I kind of hated that theory. I was like, oh, that kind of ruins Heath's character. But at this point, I think I actually kind of welcome it. Because then at least it makes Heath's, disappearance be like, mean something quite significant. Although it would be a bit dumb. Yeah. So, Heath unfortunately dies in this verse. And then, who is being a snaky snake trying to tell Negan to, let them be the leader instead? Oh, Jesus. This has happened before. So I guess, Jesus comes from the hilltop to Alexandria, and he's like, I come from the hilltop. These people, they told us to attack the satellite outpost. I'm coming clean, to be honest, open and honest to you, Mr. Negan. you probably want to get rid of Aaron as leader because Aaron is, you know, listen, I know gays, and these are one of the bad ones. I don't know. Yeah, there's some LGBT on LGBT violence, and that is not acceptable. And Negan does not like that. Maybe Jesus uses a little slur, and Negan's like, "Whoa, just because you're gay doesn't mean you can use a slur like that, Jesus." So he stabs him, and he's like, "There they are. There's your guts." There we are. So yeah, Jesus is dead. And then who gets the Olivia death? A rat. Kill somebody. And then poor Noah. Didn't even know her. He is shot and killed by a rat. Very sad for Noah. R.I.P. Okay, so what's been happening with Eric this whole time? I think Eric is like our Dwight, so he will eventually come to and decide to help the group. So does Abraham... listen, this is Abraham. He's killing Fat Joey. There's no way he's not killing Fat Joey. I just don't believe Abraham would spare him. So I don't care. He's killing Fat Joey. And okay, who's getting kidnapped? Oh, I guess this could just be Eugene. Yeah, fuck it. Because he's alive still. I guess we'll probably have to make Eugene a main character, which means we do have too many main characters, but whatevs. Okay, and then we can add these guys, which basically we could just make Ezekiel not a main character, just to kind of spice things up a bit. So that's done. Add the Kingdomers to the main wheel. That's done. Done. And then we need to add the Oceanside people to the main wheel. That's done. Done. And then we have the Sasha death. So who gets the Sasha death? Oh, damn. Tyrese. So Tyrese infiltrates the outpost, probably on behalf of Sasha. Maybe like Sasha, because obviously Sasha's pregnant, right? Yeah, with Bob's kid. And this whole time, you know, he's badly wanted to, because Bob was like his brother, man. So Tyrese is like, you know, I want to take out this Negan fella. Maybe he goes with, who did I say he goes to the? Because this is obviously after he learns. Yeah, maybe Anna's wanting to come with him, but Tyrese is like, no, it's not your time, Anna. You go, you know, you go be there with the others. And then he gets taken. Negan's impressed with Tyrese and locks him into the coffin. And of course, Tyrese takes the little pill, so he becomes a walker and then attacks. Very sad. Anyway, let's do Chaos Roll. Reduce Chaos Roll 4. Add an out of franchise character. Oh, for Christ's sake. Okay. Let me have a look. Let me have a look, guys. Let me have a look in my little folder. What do we got here? What do we got? I did have a folder somewhere. An out of franchise character. I've got to add an out of franchise character. Here we go. I'm seeing a lot of in. No. Let me just search. Open file location. Okay. I've got a few here. Fuck it. James Bond. We've got James Bond. The name's Bond. James Bond. That's right. James Bond has joined the group. Some English MI6 spy has joined. Or was it MI5? I don't even know. James Bond has joined. Okay, so I'm actually not adding Dwight, obviously. No, because Eric is going to be our turncoat instead, and he's already on the wheel, so we don't need to add anything. Like I said, we'll just say that Dwight died in the old satellite outpost. So we don't need to do this. No. Who's going to be getting Eric's death? Quite timely. Oh no, Carl! Carl is going to get Eric's death. Damn. Poor Rick's going to be putting his son, you know, wait there and then finds out Carl's dead. No. Right, I'm vetoing Zach getting Shiva's death. Well, actually, I just feel like no. I want to keep Zach around. I'm gonna allow him one veto. Oh no, Laurie. Poor Rick. Oh my god, yeah. So Carl dies, and then Carl joins the herd. Rick and Laurie are distraught, and then Laurie then sacrifices herself for Rick on top of that, and then so Rick can get away. She starts like fighting the zombies. Get back to Judith, Rick. So, oh no, Judith got shot with a crossbow bolt, didn't she? Oh, Rick is a damaged man. He lost everything. He's now lost everything. Damn. Fuck. Who shoots Grandma? So which minor character heads to the ocean side and shoots Grandma? Henry. I guess the kingdom sent an envoy to try and convince the Oceanside gals. Okay, and then we can add Sadiq. And then who is getting the Carl death? So this particular character gets bitten and tells Aaron. I don't even know if it would be Aaron really, but tells Aaron. Oh no. It's Abraham. I was going to say Abraham probably would have been leading the war. But yeah, Abraham is the one. And you know what? I could see that. Because Abraham's like, you know, I've been in war. I've seen war. I know what it's going to do. Like, there has to be a way forward, etc., etc. Like, you know, we got to find a way after, something after for all of us to kind of live and live by. So maybe it's best to imprison Negan like a war criminal. Like we would a war criminal. And Aaron takes this to mind. He's like, yeah, maybe. But what about Eric? And maybe Abraham's like, Eric, you can break through. You know, you almost broke through to him once, and he's helping us now, right? You don't want to kill him, right? And he's like, no, I don't. I love him. He's my one true love. But maybe while this is going, I don't know. I was gonna think of a love interest for Aaron, but I guess there isn't really one. Maybe he's holding a candle for Eric. Does Gavin reform? Yes, okay. So Gavin decides to join our group. Where are you, Gavs? Come on, Gavs. Oh, Grandma, you've been shot. Where are you, Gavs? Join the group. Join Bond. NA. So then we add Alden. Done. Alden joined. Harlan Carson's death. So this person dies trying to save Harlan Carson. And if it's Harlan Carson, he just dies the same way. Jerry. Oh. So Jerry dies trying to save the doc. I guess the kingdom are kind of quite active. They send an envoy to the Oceanside. They try to save the doc. And then, of course, Jerry is unfortunately killed. But they, of course, managed to rescue Dr. Carson. And then Tobin's death, who is stabbed, then turns and wreaks havoc on the hilltop. Enid, oh no. So Enid is stabbed, dies from the effects of the tainted weapon. And then she somehow wreaks havoc on the community, which is so sad because that's his son's girlfriend. So now Rick has literally lost everything. I was going to say before maybe he could be like Enid's surrogate father, but nope. And I guess he probably would have been this whole time. Who kills Jared? Oh my god, it's brutal. Who's killing Jared? I feel for Rick. Rick is the most damaged character. Oh, here we go. Well, he gets something. Rick just kills Jared out of pure rage. He would have had nothing to do with the stuff at Oceanside, because that was obviously Tyrese and that whole thing was Tyrese and who? Anna. Yeah. So he would have had nothing to do with the whole Jared, Benjamin, Richard situation. But straight up, Rick's just a damaged man, and he's just I'm killing this guy. I'm killing him. Anyway, all right, Rick. You go through that, man. You have at him. You have at him. Now we're gonna add our peeps to the wheel. Add Rachel, Cindy. Yeah, there we are. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is Laura stay evil. Yes, so Laura's evil. Does DJ stay evil? Yes. Oh no. Does Frankie stay evil? Not really evil, but she just decides to. No. So Frankie good. And then I guess Sherry. Does Sherry stay evil? We'll just do heads. I guess we'll say no. We'll say no. No, Sherry good. Okay, so that basically means we can add to the wheel. DJ and Laura no. We can add Sherry, and we can add Frankie. And then to this wheel we will add Negan. Okay. So that's done. Who kills Simon needs to be decided. Can be Negan, of course. Oh, I like that, actually. Because Eugene would have been kidnapped this whole time. You know, pretty much doing the same thing he does in the normal show. But he finds some way to kill Simon. Maybe Simon's about to beat Negan. Yeah, I like that, actually. And Eugene, like... Yeah, Simon's about to kill Negan. And so Eugene kills Simon. And it's like, I'm Negan. And you with me, guys? And everyone's like, oh, fuck, alright, I guess. Yeah, jeez. It was a mutiny, but okay. Anyway, so who then is going to kill... we'll say Laura. Gabriel. Okay, I like that. And then DJ is killed by... We'll do a minor character, why not? The minor character kills DJ. Sadiq. Very random. Sadiq's like, yeah, I know I've just kind of rocked up to this war, but let me kill the goat DJ. Very rude. So Laura dead, DJ dead, and of course Frankie and Sherry are okay. They've joined, and then extra finale death because why not? This is to account for the Jadis exit. Although we don't actually have. Oh no, not Jadis exit. This is to account for the Sherry. Yeah, Dwight and Sherry exit. But I guess we'll just do one. Yeah, we'll do one here and one. The Morgan exit, sorry. The Morgan exit. One is the Morgan exit, and one is the Dwight Sherry exit. So this character... Oh, Sadiq. So after Sadiq kills DJ, he himself is killed. And then, which main character dies at the end of the battle? Oh, no! It's Anna! Anna the goat, Anna. Damn. So, shit. The big final death. Yeah, and I guess she could probably reiterate maybe not what Abraham was saying, but maybe. Because maybe she's the one who told Abraham this. Although she was with close to Tyrese, but that could still be a thing. She like reiterates what Abraham told Aaron when he goes bitten and he slowly died. Like, you know, we gotta save them all. We gotta be loving, caring people, etc., etc. Yeah, and of course Sadiq, unfortunately, also didn't make it. Okay, so then who defeats Negan? If this lands on Negan, that means Negan dies. Okay, it's Aaron. So Aaron is the one to defeat Negan. Yeah. Cool. And then what we'll do is heads, yes. Tails, no. Does Eric finally chill the fuck out and reform and decide to leave and join even? Yes. Okay. So that means after the war, obviously because Eric was odd like Dwight, he decides to officially join the group. But does Aaron and Eric Do Aaron and Eric get back together? Heads yes, tails no. No. Okay. So who is Eric's new partner? Beatrice? I can kind of see it. I know Eric's gay, okay, but I feel like there's a. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's, even if you're gay or straight, I feel like there's someone that you know, like there's someone of the sex you wouldn't get with. There's one person out there. There's gotta be. I don't know. I believe that anyway. That's something I believe. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like in this scenario, Eric finally finds the one woman, the only woman that he could potentially get with, and that's Beatrice. I don't know. Beatrice kind of gives that like a not butch vibe. I don't know. She kind of gives like that vibe, you know. I feel like Eric could be a could fall for Eric. Eric turns straight after everything, guys. So we'll just make a note. So Eric reforms, but joins Oceanside and is with Beatrice. So it's a start. It's a start, but it's not good enough, is it? And we can add a random character. Why not? We'll add a random character. The Walking Dead Battleground. No. Scorpion Tail Restaurant and Beer. Oh, this is where the Vipers are. Oh, why not? We'll have Craven. Craven will join. So we have Craven has joined the group. Cool. So we have this biker guy. Who hangs Gregory? Well, I guess who went to... I feel like this is a Sasha. I'm going to give this to Sasha. And RJ can be Sasha's kid as well. This makes it easier. Yeah. Who loses an arm? Oh, speaking of, we need to do some... So Zach, I think, is main character for sure. Now, as well as... I feel like Zeke, he wasn't last season, so yeah, we'll give it to him this season. Yeah, that will do with that. We've got 2 Zs. Very random. Who loses an arm? Oh no. Rick's life is not going well at all, guys. Rick has lost his entire family, and now he's lost his arm. This is not going well for the supply runner. But this is quite funny because Rick is our Aaron, so that has worked out not quite nicely. I think for the killed a rat, I think I'm gonna go with Beatrice and Eric. Yeah, they're like so. Aaron discovers, maybe not as Aaron, but who else is our main character? Maybe it's Sasha. Yeah, Sasha discovers that they've killed a rat. And he's like, well, hang on a minute. You're a bit of a hypocrite, aren't you, Eric? And Eric's like, I'm just doing what my new woman wants, okay? Yeah. Yeah. And so they kill a rat. Eric just likes to murder people. What can I say? And then who dies on the bridge, self-sacrificing themselves? Because this is not a Rick exit. This is a Rick death. Well, that can't be the case. I'm actually low-key kind of considering it, though, and switching up the protagonist. Like, kill off Aaron here. But no, we won't do that. Oh, for Ezekiel, being the one to unite all the kingdoms together with the bridge, I could see it. Yeah, we'll give it to Ezekiel. So Ezekiel ends up blowing himself up on the bridge. You know, my kingdom! or my you know, not my kingdom, but my communities or my friends, you must all stay together, kind of thing. We don't need to do a Jadis exit because I just don't include Jadis in these things anymore, just to show how useless she was as a character. Which main character goes on an adventure for a bit? This we won't bother doing either. We'll just say Meridian's like another community that they're trading with. So then we have big time skip after Ezekiel dies. Who is the character who takes out Jocelyn? Zach. Ooh. So maybe Zach knew, I don't know, maybe like Jocelyn was like Zach's neighbor or something, and that's how he knew her. And then, yeah, he trusted her, but then they take little Gracie, they take probably like little RJ as well. Maybe they even take Sam, who's still kicking. Yeah, and then, of course, Zach is the one to then put down Jocelyn. Okay, so we can add all these new characters, but RJ, just to have a note, this is going to be Sasha and Bob's kid. Cool. Who kills Jed? Oh, who cares? Who really actually cares? Oh no, it's Negan. Okay, so I don't know. Negan gets out of his cell for a bit. He's sick of the saviors giving bad names. He's like, we're not fucking raiders or marauders. We're the saviors. And so he kills Jed and then returns to his cell. And he's like, yeah, I fixed your roadblock problem. I killed Jed. And he's like, whoa, okay, all right, Negan, thanks. You shouldn't be leaving your cell though. Something like that's going down. I feel like I'm gonna give Beatrice main character treatment as well. I just feel like, yeah, that could be a thing. And maybe we're keeping in track of their relationship too. So anyway, who's gonna get the Jesus death? We are losing all the characters from the earlier season. Sasha. So after having her baby, leading the hilltop for years, she then is stabbed by a whisperer. You are where you do not belong. A character from all the way from season 3. One of the oldest characters here. And now she's dead. Great. Because we have no characters from season 2. And now we have no characters from season 3. Yeah. Yeah, literally. Quite literally. We only have characters from season 4. Which is Zach and Patrick. And I feel like at this point, yeah, where is Patrick? Yeah, I probably should have given Patrick this a while ago. Yeah, Patrick deserves this. Poor Patrick, man. Anyway, Lydia needs to be added. Did I add Lydia? And I'm just going to add Lydia to the main character, because she becomes the main character anyway, and I think she's integral. Plus, then it avoids her getting the Pike death most of the time. And then we can add Ozzy and Alec. Just kind of chuck them in here. Ozzy, Alec. Okay, that's done. Okay, and then we can roll 2d20s, and we take the highest number. 18. So that means we're getting 18 Pike deaths. Okay, so we'll save 3 main character. Main. The rest of these, though, can be minor characters. So cue the Bear McCreary music. Alright? Do, do, do. Who is getting piked? Do, 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 do. Dog. They're beheading the dog. Oh no. So dog is our first victim of the pikes. Olivia. Comic book accurate. I like it. So we lost Olivia now too. Where are you, Olivia? I'm sorry, Olivia. I'm sorry. I think, yeah, comic book accurate. Although it's a different Dr. Carson who gets it in there. It's his brother. But again, another comic accurate, kind of. It's the other Dr. Carson, but it's like close enough, right? They're brothers. So Dr. Carson going. Taking out the doctors, we also lose Dr. Denise. I guess it's been chilling this whole time too. Very nice. I haven't really touched much on what she's been doing, but there you have it. Oh, Henry. Damn. He killed Grandma and everything. So Henry then is dead. Like in the show, but I guess he wouldn't be a substantial character. And now thinking of it, I feel like the Lydia relationship might actually go to Gracie. Yeah, why not? We can just have Gracie and Lydia. Because at this point, obviously, because Gracie, I've aged Gracie up technically because I've said that she was like 4 or 5. So at this point, Gracie probably would be like 17. So it's like 17, 18. That kind of age that Henry and Lydia are. So yeah, we'll say that Gracie actually befriended Lydia in the cell. Maybe Gracie was going to the hilltop to do some sort of like blacksmithing. Why not? She was doing blacksmithing. Met Lydia in the cell, befriended Lydia. She went out, and maybe it was Zach. Yeah, well, maybe Zach's like our new Daryl. He goes out to save her. Maybe with Connie as well. Why not? Yeah, goes out to save her with Connie. Bring her back, or maybe it's even Craven, the new guy. I don't know. Yeah, brings Lydia back with them. Then ends up trading Lydia to Alpha. Rescues her. Lydia then permanently joins the coalition. We have the fair, etc., and that's where things go down. And then Frankie, another show accurate one. Wow, we lost Frankie. I hope that all made sense. Alec, another show accurate one. Wow, okay, we're getting all the show accurate ones at the moment, which is not bad, not bad. Where's Alec? Gage. Okay, part of the same friend group, but not technically show accurate. Again, imagine that Bear McCreary music. We're just losing red shirts mostly now. Earl, we lost Earl. Earl, poor Earl. We do love Earl. It was, of course, his wife who got it in the show. Addie, R.I.P. Keely Mack. But Addie has, unfortunately, got her show-accurate death. Where are you, Ads? There we are. Very sad. Tobin! I didn't even realise Tobin was still alive. But we lost Tobin. Very sad. Where are you, Tobes? Tobster. R.I.P. 4 more of the minor characters, guys. Shiva. No, I think it's ridiculous. They've already killed 1 animal. I'll allow 1 animal on the pikes. I'm not allowing the tiger. I don't care. Sherry. Oh. Sherry's getting it, guys. Poor Sherry. She lost her husband. She's just a simple saviour. I guess she probably joined the coalition. Rachel. Oh no. They've killed the Oceanside gal. Rachel Ward. The little meanie. No! Not Craven. We've lost our biker buddy Craven. And finally, who was the last one? Where's Craven? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Tammy Rose. Oh, that was so close to Sam as well. Tammy Rose. That was our last minor character. Where are you, Tammy? I'm sorry. Damn, that was brutal. But it's going to get worse because we're losing 3, count them, 3 main characters. So who is the first one? The first shocking death that we're going to see. No! That's the worst one. Zach. I think that's our number 1. I don't think it's going to get worse than that. R.I.P. fucking Zach. I said he's our new Daryl as well. Damn. Who's next? No! We're losing Rick. Rick as well. Zach and Rick. Oh no. And last but not least, oh, bro, that's so brutal. No, not Rick. It can't be Aaron. That is redonkulous. I'm not having Alpha kill her and daughter. It makes no sense. I refuse to have it happen. I just refuse. Because it like ruins her entire like motivation in the latter half. Oh, for Christ's sake. If it does this again, I'm killing Beatrice. Beatrice is getting it next, because I just think that's the best thing. Oh, look, it's landing on her anyway. Well, there you go. Beatrice is the next one who's beheaded. Which basically means now Eric and Aaron are kind of forced together to obviously kind of avenge everyone. But fuck, losing Rick like that was brutal. Do I even want to do a chaos roll? Do I even want to? We'll do it. We'll do it. For add an out of franchise character. Well, I've kind of already done that before, but whatever. We'll do it again. Jesse Pinkman, maybe? I don't know. Who have I got? Who have I got? I can't think who I've got. Let me have a look. Let me have a look, guys. Let me have a look. Oh, I think the Stranger Things trailer dropped recently, right? Yeah, why not? We'll add 11. Just call her. I'm literally just going to call her 11. There we are. So yeah, 11 has joined. Elle has joined from Stranger Things. There we are. Now, she doesn't have powers. She's just a girl who thinks she has powers. So that's kind of funny. Jules and Coco. Don't know who Coco's kid is. Coco can just be some random kid. I mean, both of her parents are dead. Gabriel and, I don't know, fucking... Is there any women left? Gabriel and Cindy, yeah, why not? No, ooh, actually, yikes. I know, after the time skip, that's okay. Because she was quite young before. But after the time skip, I think that's alright, yeah. Or actually, maybe Eugene. Maybe Eugene and Cindy... Yeah, maybe Eugene and Cindy have been hooking up. Or maybe, actually... Actually, I got a better idea. Coco is Beatrice and Eric's kid. Yeah. Yeah, just born just before Beatrice was beheaded. Beatrice had just given birth to Coco after she was beheaded. Yeah, we'll go with that. I like that. I think that's good. I think that's good television. Who lets Negan out? I don't know. You tell me. Aaron, ballsy move. Let's just say that Negan kills Brandon. Same sort of deal goes down. So Negan kills Brandon. Where the hell's Brandon? Yeah. And then who gets the Sadiq death? So which character gets discovered by Dante and then strangled to death? No, the spy gets killed by the spy gets killed by a spy. That is fucking beautiful. That is beautiful. James Bond does not figure out that Dante is the spy until it's too late, and Dante is able to kill James Bond. And then who kills Dante? I laugh at this. Brilliant. It's Aaron. Oh, okay. So Aaron is like, fucking whisperers, and he just fucking shanks the shit out of Dante. Add Gamma. So I guess this whole time as well, Aaron and Eric are slowly kind of rebuilding that relationship. Obviously, Aaron never knew that Beatrice was pregnant because obviously he's not really been in contact with the Oceanside as much. And so this like new revelation, he's trying to build on things. He's like, listen, Gracie's older now. Gracie's got a girlfriend. Gracie's all grown up. We can focus on looking after little Coco, right? Me and you, remember back in the old days when the apocalypse began, it was just me and you looking after a random baby, and now this is your baby, and yeah, so he's wanting to like rebuild things, and Eric will come around by the end of the season. Okay. Anyway, we've got Laura's death. Damn. So Ozzy is protecting Gamma in the cell, being the highwayman, being the absolute chad he is, and then Beta body slams him. Do you know, I could see like a proper fight there between those two. Anyway, moving on, we of course have the big battle of the hilltop. We'll do this death first. So who dies at the battle of the hilltop? The actual battle itself. Jules, okay. So yeah, Jules dies in the actual battle itself. One of the many casualties. And then of course then we have people flee. And who gets the Gamma death? So this particular person is gutted like a fish by Beta. Now, I don't know if I want to... I'm going to go with it. I'm actually going to go with it. I'm going to go with it. The newborn baby. Beta finds the baby. Maybe like cooped away in a van or something whilst they're like looking for supplies. When he fucking guts the baby. Ooh, yikes. Now this is going to strain Aaron and Eric's relationship because Eric is fucking distraught for obvious reasons. And then who gets the Earl death? Earl protects the rest of the kids. Or no, we're not Earl. Marco. Okay, so Marco protects the rest of the kids, but is bitten whilst at the battle, so has to like slam a spike into his head or some shit. And I guess RJ probably puts him down, because I guess RJ would be our Judith here. Yeah, we'll say that RJ is our Judith here. Who's not obviously RJ, he's BJ. He's called BJ. He's Bob Jr., so he's called BJ. Yeah, why not? There's a character called BJ in the web episodes anyway. Funny joke. Get it out, get it out. And which characters go to the Commonwealth? Well, we may as well keep it the same. So Eugene, Yumiko, and give us a random one. Because we've got no Ezekiel. Okay. No, I like that. I like that. So Yumiko, Luke, and Eugene. Which means I can remove these two and put them on here. So Luke and Yumiko. They're heading to the Commonwealth along with Eugene, and of course they'll meet Princess along the way. Who then is the one who kills Alpha? You know what, we'll go with Gabriel. Obviously it can't be Luke. But I like that. Gabriel somehow infiltrates. Maybe he's trying to get more Negan back, because obviously Gabriel was the guy who was mainly like the main person who would speak to Negan and kind of do like the therapy and stuff sessions with him. So yeah, he goes in to get Negan back, finds Alpha, kills her, and then him and Negan dip. And Negan was like, I was working on it. I was working on killing her. And then we've got to have the main final character death. But before that, we'll do... we'll add Elijah. We'll see Elijah comes from Meridian, which is another community that they're allied with, but they're just further away. But they've come to help fight the Whisperers, so that's nice. And then we'll have the Beatrice death. So who gets the Beatrice death? Stabbed in the leg. Oh, Gamma. Which, you know, for the finale, I think that kind of works. You know, she's like fought all this time and she's helped the survivors, you know, quite a lot. So for her then to die then, Jules did die at some point, right? She was the extra, yeah, she was the hilltop battle. So I've got to add Marco. Yeah, I've got to add Marco, and Ozzy. I added Ozzy, Marco, and Jules. Yeah, they've been added. Okay, and then Alpha, obviously should be added. Oh, Dante as well, because Dante's dead. There is no Herschel. He died in the womb. Where's Maggie? I'm trying to remember when Maggie died. I should remember. When did Maggie die again? Oh yeah, she was the... What the hell was she? I should remember. How did Maggie die? I completely forgot. Bro, I can remember most of them, but just not Maggie. I'm not curious. Oh yeah, she was shot in the eye by Aiden. Yes, I remember now. It's because it didn't happen normally. That's why I completely forgot. Anyway, who's killing Beta? And then we'll do the main character death. Okay, it can't be Yumiko, but we'll go with Negan. Yeah, so Negan does end up taking out one Whisperer. And then who is our big finale death? They lead the herd off a cliff and self-sacrifice themselves for the greater good. I don't want it to be Eric, although that would be could work, but nah. It can be Lydia. Don't. I like that. Okay, fuck it. Yeah, so Lydia ends up telling poor Gracie, you know, live for me, etc. I need to, you know, right this wrong. And she, in fact, is the one to lead the herd off the cliff, in the process, dying. So poor Lydia dies. And that means we're gone with the Whisperers. Now, I do think that leaves Sam Anderson, and maybe this could have been like a little mini plot going through the whole time. Like, Sam Anderson was really, like, you know, he was really into Gracie. And now, obviously, you got to think Sam and Gracie at this point would be like teenagers, like late teenagers, probably maybe even reaching their 20s, perhaps. So, yeah. Who was banging Leah? Now, really, the only person it could be that I kind of like is Gabriel. No, it's Gabriel. Now, I did say that Gabriel killed Alpha, yeah, but I could see Gabriel like going off to have sexy time with her. Yeah, why not? And plus, they're a religious group, meaning Leah's probably kind of religious. I think that works out quite nicely. I think that does work out quite nicely. Yeah. Why not? Why the hell not? Yeah, why the hell not? And then this doesn't matter. But we will add a random character. This person's from Meridian. They came with Elijah. And probably Annie as well. Phoenix, All-Stars. A Hawk owned by Annie. Oh, fuck yeah. That. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Why not? So, we'll add Annie as well. We'll just say that Annie is from Meridian. I know she's from Riverbend, but fuck Riverbend. That was so... I don't like that whole plot line. I mean, it's a cool episode, but then it's like another community. Like, really? We're doing another community? Phoenix. Oh, hell yeah, guys. We got a Hawk in this bitch. Phoenix. Okay. Listen. I'm into that. God bless the Walking Dead All-Stars. Anyway, so watch the Phoenix die straight away. So we've got the mission to steal Meridian back from the Reapers. So obviously Meridian were a faraway community. They heard the call, and maybe there could be some conflict there because they arrive, you know, to the call to fight the Whisperers, but seemingly they only did it after the Reapers attacked them. You know, meaning that they were desperate and they had no other choice. So there could be some conflict there where they're like, well, should we even be helping these guys? But they do anyway. So who's going to be getting the Gage death? Well, actually, before we do that, let's just recap. We've got fuck all characters left, really. Jesus Christ. Patrick, Eugene, Cindy. I said it was with Gabriel, right? Yeah, Gabriel was banging Cindy whilst cheating on her with Leah. That could be some interesting conflict that we could brew up. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, Annie's already dead. So, yeah, maybe that's where the conflict's coming from. Aaron's, like, debating with her, but then he's like, well, he knows that there's food at Meridian, so he's going to go on the mission anyway, because, you know, it might save them from their dire situation. But Annie, who I'll say is the leader of Meridian, because why not, she panics, and then he leaves her there to die. And obviously he's doing it really because he knows that she's, you know, she's only come now for selfish reasons, or not for selfless reasons, and she didn't respond to the call, and yeah, Elijah's there too, and he probably wants to save her, but Aaron's like, nope, she's dead. And poor Phoenix is pretty sad too. And then, of course, we have the attack. So obviously I have Cole, Duncan, Agatha, Frost. Although these are characters, I include their death but don't include them because they are not very substantial characters. But their deaths add some extra flavour to our final season. So let's get Cole's death first. Who is getting Cole's death? It's going to 11. So she gets her hand chopped off, and then later her throat slit in the woods. That is brutal for a little girl. Holy shit. And then Duncan's death. So this person's getting shish kebabbed. Oh, Cindy. Gabriel's girl, Cindy, is getting shish kebabbed. And then later, I'm sure Gabriel will put her down, feeling very distraught. Oh, very sad. Although the Coco child never happened in the end, did it? And then this person's getting the Agatha death. Gavin. So I'll say that Gavin gets injured by the Reapers, and then a bunch of walkers are able to grab him, and they rip him apart. Oh, brutal, brutal, brutal. I'm loving it. And then Frost death. So this person gets taken. Oh, no. I don't know if I like that, but fuck it. So, little BJ, which is Bob, Stucky, and Sasha's kid, the legacy character, he gets kidnapped by the Reapers, interrogated, and then later killed. Oh, God. That is fucking brutal. No. Anyway, who kills Pope? Okay, I like it being Gabriel. Yeah. Kills her in front of Leah. It's like, that's how we deal with it. And then who kills Brandon Carver? Patrick. Holy shit. Patrick kills Carver? Patrick beats Carver in a one-on-one? Yeah, why not? Why not? That is kind of cool. Badass Patrick. And then, who gets the Alden death? Now, this obviously can't be Gabriel, and it can't be Patrick, and it can't be Aaron, and it can't be Eric. And it can't be a lot of characters, actually, because it can't be Yumiko, can't be Eugene, can't be Luke. Hang on, the only person it can be is Negan or Sam. Yeah. Yeah. Those are the only two people who could be left behind, theoretically. Because everyone else has got immunity. Or is... So, you know, in that case, I'm just going to quickly add these guys to this list. I'll remember to remove them, don't worry. And we'll just kind of do everyone. Okay, that works. So Elijah is the character who's left behind and then dies. Okay, so then we can remove Negan and Sam. Okay. And then back to this one. Okay, and then we can add, well, not Annie, because Annie's already dead. Princess Mercer and Max to this wheel, at least. Yeah, why not? And then... Okay, then of course Leah comes back, hired by Lance, so we have the Marco death. So who is killed when Leah comes to enact her revenge on Gabriel and everyone else for the killing all of her Reaper friends? It's Alden. Damn. He just survived his own natural death. And then he's shot and killed like that. So Alden gets the Marco death. Shot and killed. Damn. What's escaping? Now, this whole time as well, remember, Aaron and Eric. Eric's getting over the death of his daughter. His actual daughter. And he's starting to get closer again to Aaron. And these two will rekindle everything. Well, I think they're starting to rekindle things now. They're in their relationship throughout this whole sort of ordeal. And I think in the finale, at least, there will be the proposal and the ability to marry. Because they found out the Commonwealth has implemented gay marriage. Very nice. Who kills Leah? Now, I'm hoping this kind of is Gabriel. But you never know. Okay, I like it being Eric, actually. I think that could work. You know. Yeah, why not? And then, who's taking out Sebastian? Exposing him for being the little shit he is, and then shoving him in front of a walker? Gracie? I like that. Gracie being the one. And then, who kills Lance? Shooting him with an arrow after everyone else gets. So this person would have escaped the concentration. Oh shit! I've got Negan twice there, but Negan could be the one who killed. Yeah, who kills Lance? Very nice. And then who loses an arm? Oh no! So for the finale, Aaron is losing an arm. Oh no. Okay. One-armed Aaron. And I will remove the other Aaron because we don't want him to be... Yeah. Cool. He's joining his daughter with having a missing limb. And then who is going to get shot in the finale? Just to add extra tension. Gabriel. Okay, well, who really cares? He's been shot, but whatevs. And then we're doing the final chaos roll, although I don't know if I'm going to do this. Let's see what it is, though. Oh, actually, I like this. I like this indeed. It's double deaths. Meaning, whatever we get for the D20, we have to double. Oh, God, no. Don't do that. So whatever this ends up being, we've now got to double this. So that is 22. So 22 deaths. It's not 40 at least, but... But the problem is we've only got 20 characters. So, unfortunately, the Chaos Rolls have decided that the finale will be, unfortunately, another brutal one where everyone dies. I'm sorry, guys. It's just what happens. So, listen. This is how it goes down, okay? Aaron and Eric propose to each other. They're going to get married. It's the case. I just don't like it. I don't want to do another death. Everyone dies episode. So, do you know what? I'm going to veto that roll. I'm going to re-roll. What do we get? That's even more deaths! What do we get? Wait. This is the first time I'm doing it. 3. Oh, 6 deaths. Oh, no, guys. 6 deaths? Oh, that's all right, though. Yeah, okay, fuck it. That's what we're doing. Listen, we're having 6 deaths. I don't care. I'm not killing everyone off again. Mercer. Okay, so Mercer probably dies fighting the rebel Commonwealth troopers. Okay, do you know what? Do you know what actually I'm going to say? Do you know what I'm actually going to say? Okay, this is what I'll say. I feel like everyone in the... I'm going to kill everyone here. Everyone in the minor character, I'll kill off, okay? So we'll say that Connie and friends, Connie, Kelly, Magna, Yumiko. Oh no, because Yumiko was in the main character. Oh fuck it, I'll kill those 2 off. I'll kill Luke and Yumiko off as well. But everyone in the minor character I'll kill off. I just won't kill everyone in the main character. But I'll kill off Luke and Yumiko. Why not? So yeah, I like the idea of all 5 of these friends, they survive this long, and then they all just go down together fighting the herd. I think that could be a very powerful moment to open the episode with. So yeah, all of those guys die. Mercer then dies. The troops end up killing Max, I guess. Poor Max. Eugene finds that Max has been shot. He's very sad. She dies, and then Mercer goes absolute rage mode on the the bad Commonwealth troopers. He makes a sizable dent, but then is killed off himself. Who else have we got? Rodney. Rodney. Rodney probably just goes down with the herd. Yeah, he's probably just devoured. Poor Rodney. See you later. Princess probably also goes down with Mercer. Fights side by side with Mercer, and then is also killed by those Commonwealth troopers. Obviously, we talked about Max. Okay, and then we've obviously done Connie, and then we've done Kelly. So finally, we have Nicholas. Wait, Elijah, you died. He died way before. Nicholas. Okay. Ooh. I mean, Nicholas could be our final death. No, we'll have one final death. We'll just say, yeah, Nicholas probably just dies with the herd as well. As well as Phoenix and Shiva, our 2 based animal friends. I think they clear the path. Like, Shiva definitely clears the path. Shiva absolutely demolishes a bunch of walkers, as does Phoenix, but both in the end are devoured. But it allows our main characters, at least, to make it to safety. And then I'm thinking we're going to do one. I'll just do one additional death. To who is the final big death of the series. Sam. Damn. Gracie's boyfriend, new love. And he dies. But Aaron is like, you'll always find someone else, Gracie, okay? What about Patrick? I heard Patrick's single now. I know he's a bit older, but what about Patrick? There you are. Anyway, and in the end, Aaron and Eric marry. And who becomes the governor of the Commonwealth? And listen, yes, they execute Pamela, because there were so many deaths. Someone's got to account for them. Those deaths that I didn't account for. Negan somehow then worms his way into power. There we are. And that is the rewrite. Aaron and Eric rewrite. In the end, they got back together and they became lovers once more. So it all worked out in the end for them. There you have it. What a fun rewrite. Aaron and Eric. Tune in, probably not next week, probably a couple weeks actually now, because I'm going to do that live stream. Obviously next week there isn't going to be a wheel rewrite, like I said before. I'm going to be on holiday. And then following that, there'll be a live stream to cover the ultimate rewrite for whatever comes to mind, or at least probably part 1 of that. Probably won't be all of it, but part 1 of that anyway. We'll get on with, and then we've got the prequel series for the governor. I don't know. I'm probably just going to kind of free roll this, and this will probably be a smaller one. It is a request with the wheel though. So probably what I'll do for this one is I'll just have everyone from Woodbury, maybe. I don't even know how to do that. Ooh, I think I've actually got an idea of how that will work. I think what I'll do is I'll just get a fuck ton of random characters. We'll generate a bunch of random characters. Plus, also, all the characters from Woodbury. It'll probably be like a brand new tier. And what we'll do is we'll have like the structure of the novel, probably. The Rise of the Governor novel. But slightly different. Yeah, why not? We'll do something like that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.